Good afternoon, this is Liz Davis. I am a nutritionist and I specialise in digestive health for busy women. So I help busy women fix their IBS symptoms, bloating, heartburn, any other symptoms that are arising from the gut or anything associated with gut health as well. So I address this with state-of-the-art testing, supplements if necessary, and dietary and lifestyle upgrades to help to get you feeling your best again. So today I was going to look into iron, because iron is a deficiency that can really leave you feeling very ropey and lacking in energy, etc. So we'll just do a deep dive into what actually iron is, why we need it, what it's doing in the body, and how we can increase absorption if we need to do that, and just how we can kind of help ourselves to kind of overcome this deficiency a little bit. So basically what iron's doing, it's transporting oxygen from the lungs through the bloodstream and then out to the tissues and organs where it's needed. It's also important for producing hemoglobin, and which is the substance which is used to transport the oxygen around. And it's also vital then for building red blood cells. So if you haven't got enough red blood cells, that means you're then anemic. So it's really important, and if it is low, you will feel the effects of that quite drastically. So you may find that you might get weird food cravings. So cravings for ice, weirdly, is quite common. Quick cravings for dirt. You might look very pale. Short of breath, muscle weakness, that kind of thing. You may also have hormone imbalances, etc. So what's kind of come to light lately is that the health of your gut is really important in how you're absorbing iron, how your body's using iron in general. So if you do find you're getting problems with iron and iron deficiency symptoms, it has a lot to do with, yes, what the kind of level of iron that you're eating and consuming. Sometimes your body just can't absorb it and process it, and this has got a lot to do with how your gut's functioning. So if you're finding you're kind of deficient in iron, no matter how much iron-rich food you're eating or no matter how many supplements you're taking, then it's worth looking at your gut health and just kind of seeing what's going on there and seeing if that's something you can address from that angle. So you're at risk of deficiency anyway, just that aside, you'll be at risk of deficiency anyway if you have any kind of known gut absorption issue. So if you've got inflammation going on or that kind of thing, that can really kind of hinder your iron absorption. If you're vegetarian or vegan or otherwise kind of restricting your diet, that puts you at risk. We'll come on to that a bit more in a minute. If you've got heavy periods as well, that can put you at risk. Or if you're pregnant, of course, it's quite common, but you should be regularly checked if you're pregnant, and they will check you for your iron levels, etc. The reason being why you will, if you're vegetarian or vegan, no matter how careful you are with your diet, and no matter how much iron you're eating, you can still really be at risk from iron deficiency. This is because the iron which is in plant-based foods is called non-heme iron. The iron in animal-based foods is heme iron. The two are absorbed very, very differently. The non-heme iron is very, very hard for your body to utilise. The heme iron is much more easily absorbed. So luckily nature has lent us a helping hand here. So what nature does is provide iron-rich foods with a lot of vitamin C, and it's vitamin C will really help you to absorb iron more efficiently. So say, for example, if you make a very iron-rich lentil curry or something, lentils are very rich in iron, but they're rich in heme iron, so it's quite hard for you to absorb. If you serve your dal, if you mix in some broccoli or peppers, for example, they are super high in vitamin C, so they're going to really help you to absorb there. Ditto if you're eating something like spinach. Yes, very high in iron, but it's also heme iron, so it's harder for your body to absorb. So you would mix, that's also going to supply an awful lot of vitamin C. So you've got the double whammy there. So that's nature helping you out, and it's going to really help you to absorb nicely as well. If you're not vegetarian or vegan and you're happy eating meat, fish, poultry, etc., all of those are very rich in heme iron, so they're going to be very easy to absorb anyway. That heme iron is also going to help you absorb any kind of non-heme iron, plant-based iron sources as well. So if you combine the two there, that's always going to be really helpful for you. So as I say though, if you have got gut problems, that is going to kind of hinder how you're absorbing and using iron. You may be absorbing it but then not using it properly in the body, and this is becoming much more research now. There are a few papers around which kind of delve into this a bit deeper. So if you are finding that it's just whatever you do, it's not helping, then do maybe look into your gut health. So how is your gut functioning? Do you need to have a gut test or anything like that? If you haven't gone that far yet, but you are feeling ropey, you don't know why, then absolutely the first thing you should be looking at is just a straightforward test from your GP. Will soon tell you what your iron levels are. Okay, so I hope that helps you, and I shall see you next time. Bye.